Nick for Cheap Family Travel. We're a Cheap family, and this week I'm headed to Washington, D.C. and New York for a school trip. How does a cheap family pay for a trip like this? I spent 3 years smashing cans and recycling them and selling candy, and I'm proud to say I paid for my whole trip, with a little help from my sisters.
One good thing about an organized tour like this is that you don't have to worry about hotels and transportation. All you have to do is sightsee. Another great thing is that you have experts to tell you about everything. It was a whirlwind tour, but we saw it all. The Smithsonian, we saw the Air and Space Museum, and the American History Museum. All the Smithsonians are free. Walk them all from the Capitol to the Lincoln Memorial. You have to see these monuments in person to really appreciate their size. Do you see a face on the back of Lincoln's head? Visit the Vietnam Wall. It's amazing the sheer amount of heroes whose names are on this wall. And the Korean Memorial. The World War II Memorial is awesome. It's neat to see the memorabilia that people left in honor of their loved ones. Don't miss Jefferson's Memorial on the lake. Go under the statue to learn about Jefferson's life. A lesser-known monument is the one to Franklin D. Roosevelt. Take a walk through his life as our longest elected president. Visit the U.S. Archives and see the original Constitution and Declaration of Independence. Take a tour of the Capitol. We even got to sit in on a session of the House. A must-visit is Arlington Cemetery. See the eternal flame at John F. Kennedy's grave, or the graves of the Challenger astronauts. The rows and rows of tombstones is surreal.
The ceremony that you are about to witness is an Army wreath-laying ceremony.
My school got to be part of a wreath-laying ceremony at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. The White House is even more impressive in person. We saw some staff collecting vegetables from the garden, and Sasha and Malia taking their dog for a walk. Could you imagine living there? We visited the Pentagon Memorial the day after the president announced that bin Laden had been killed. It was very emotional. You can see by the color of the stone where the wall was rebuilt after the plane hit it. The sculptures are arranged by the age of the victims, and if you read the name facing the sky, they were on the plane. If you read it facing the building, they were in the Pentagon. We visited the National Holocaust Museum and the Newseum. You can do your own broadcasts and see the headlines from all over the country. Just a short drive out of D.C. is George Washington's home, Mount Vernon. You can walk through his house and visit reconstructed outbuildings with living historians to answer any questions. George and Martha's gravesite was moved from its original site to accommodate the many visitors who come to pay their respects. There is a great interactive visitor center that is well worth the stop. We visited the Iwo Jima Memorial. As you walk around it, it looks like the flagpole straightens. We were lucky enough to meet a group of World War II veterans. It was neat because we got to talk to the people who the memorials were meant to honor. Washington, D.C. is an amazing town. The history, the emotion, the sacrifice, the culture, and the future. Everyone should visit here once. It was worth all the recycling and candy sales. You could spend a day in any one of the places we visited, but a tour gives you a taste of it all. I'll just have to come back.
From New York City and Washington, D.C., this is how a cheap family travels. That trip was awesome. I'm coming, Mr. Chase.